Well, two back-to-back thrillers in the IPL. It doesn't get better than this. Yesterday we seen Punjab defend a low score, and today Delhi snatching victory from the jaws of defeat. They're literally Mitchell Starc, the hero, and what a last two overs that he's bowled. They're absolutely brilliant. Delhi stuck to their plans and nailed it, and we'll discuss all that and more in our podcast. For those joining us now, welcome to Boundary Line Podcast with Dylan and Sheldon. Before moving ahead, requesting our viewers, please hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to leave your comments in the comment section what you thought about the game. We'll get started. Sheldon, it doesn't get better than this, man. It doesn't get better than this. What a thriller here we had with Delhi playing so well. I think they deserve to win, but you'd have to say that Rajasthan lost the game more than them winning it, right? Because Rajasthan were in the game with 7 to 8 wickets in hand. We're playing good, some good knocks there. They got back into the game, but in the end, those last two overs from Mitchell Starc, I think, just decided. And that's why you pay the big bucks, Sheldon, for Mitchell Starc, a bowler like him. He knows how to deliver it. What superb bowling there in the end. And Delhi looking really dangerous now, right?
Yeah, Dil, and we were almost thinking, right? When are we going to get this super over, Dil? Always around this time, you get a
It's
super.
mandatory, man. Every year
Yeah, yeah,
you need to get one or two super overs.
yeah. We have to, and we got it today, Dil, and what a crazy game to see this type of game where Dil you go right down to the wire. 2 days in a row, we've had close games as well, Dil. This is
Yeah.
really IPL at its best, and you mentioned the man, Dil, Mitchell Starc, champion bowler, Dil. What more to say about him, right? We know how
Yeah.
good he is. Whether it's in a World Cup final, we've seen it. We've seen him blow away Brendan McCullum's stump till in 2015 and end a country's hopes. We've seen him win the IPL last year for KKR in the final, by getting out Abhishek Sharma and Travis Head last year. And today he didn't have the best first two overs, Till he started pretty
Yeah.
okayish, but then he comes
Yeah.
in when it matters in the death. Not only the two overs, at the end, but even the super over, and that's Mitchell Starc for you, Till. He's just a banker there. I don't know how KKR let him go, Till, because every team in the world would want to have Mitchell Starc, Till. He's that X factor. You know what you're going to get, and such a brilliant cricketer, Till.
Well, absolutely. Mitchell Starc, what a player, what a bowler there. Nailing it in the end. And this was after Delhi was asked to bat first. Rajasthan won the toss, put them in. They scored 188 for 5. They were sort of lingering towards the end there. They were unsure whether they were going to reach that, but it proved a good score at the end. Rajasthan will be kicking themselves, Sheldon, because drop chances, misfields, extras. We'll come to that. And in the end, you'd have to say that this should have been chased. You heard Sanju Samson also in the post match presentation say that this total should have been chased. He has so much faith in the batting that, but I feel they've let the team down. And really, really unfortunate for Rajasthan that they've lost this game. They had the game right until that last over, nine to win, and Mitchell Stark there. You knew that, okay, fine, it's going to be tough, but Stark delivered. And how badly this is going to affect Rajasthan now.
Till and it's crazy when you probably look at the game, right? Rajasthan probably had in both innings a great 19 overs. In the first innings, a great 19 overs in the second. But you look at the two last overs still. And ultimately, it can come down to just those two overs because
Yeah,
you look at how many runs they conceded. Till. What all happened in that last over when they were bowling? And to need nine
unbelievable.
runs to chase in the last over. And you look at those two things, and it ultimately comes out to that. And I just want to talk about the when they were bowling that last over. That's terrible.
Yeah,
I mean, first of all, I'm not in saying the boundaries. Fours and sixes can happen, but the amount of extras as a death bowler to bowl in the last over, and this is not a new kid on the block.
yeah.
Sandeep Sharma has been around the block. He's played for multiple franchises. He's bowled against Dhoni, in fact, even in the death overs and won
Yeah,
games before. So this should be nothing for him, but he just had a shocker for last over and took Delhi from what was going to be 170, but it took them to 180 plus still. And in the end, that last over provided a real crucial thing for Delhi to going forward.
yeah. Again, with the batting of Delhi, I thought it was okay-ish.
Yeah.
They They got a good score in the end there. Everybody chipping in. Rahul 38, Stubbs 34. Akshar Patel played a blinder there, 34 of 14 balls. I thought that shifted the momentum, striking at 242 there. Striker absolutely insane there. But that last, everything was good, like you said. It was so good up until that 19th over, and then wide, 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 another four wides in a row. Then he bowls a good one, but it ends up a no ball, and then that sort of releases the pressure for Delhi, and then they hit a six and a four, and then cash in. And even the last ball of that over, Sheldon, there was a chance, and Tikshana drops the catch, and they steal a single. One run matters, and we keep discussing this, how crucial is the runs. And you said it right also. Up until they were batting that 19th over, the last ball of the 19th over, there was a chance to take two also over there, and Shimron Hetmeyer didn't want the second. Right, it was so crazy. And then when Starc comes on to bowl, there was a chance to take two runs off the fifth ball, and then Dhruv Jurel refuses it, thinking that he can finish it. But I get it. It's that sort of confidence that you can do it. And probably, yes, he's finished matches before, but this is a different season altogether, right? This is the bowlers on top. At this point you're one hit away, yes, but Stark is bowling at a different level in this IPL, and I couldn't believe that last over, Sheldon. I just couldn't believe it, and even the others, like Tushar Deshpande letting them down. Jofra Archer had a good one, but Sandeep Sharma will be kicking himself because up until then he bowled really well. And how is this going to affect Rajasthan? Because even the super over, I thought they messed up.
Yeah, and I want to mention two things as well. First, a bit unlucky with Sanju's entry. I thought he
Yeah,
was off to a fly. They were off to a fly, 60 for
yeah.
no loss.
In six
And
overs, yeah.
yeah, in the power play, they were 60. And you just look at it, and it's a bit unlucky because, as we know, when a batter goes off, it does kill the flow. You
Yeah.
never know. If Samson batted 3, 4 overs more, game would have been gone.
Two
Rajasthan
overs,
could have,
easily two
yeah,
overs more. He was smoking that over already.
yeah. And Jaiswal was going well on the other
Yeah,
end as well. So really it killed the flow. Then Parag came and he got it early. So that kind of killed that flow for a bit. And then Rana
yeah.
took time before he could get in. So that's where they've been unlucky. But one thing, Dil, I don't understand. You have Jofra Archer in your team. I thought he's come back brilliantly in the last few games. I would give
Absolutely.
him the super over. Especially after the way Sandeep bowled, in the end of the proper
Exactly.
game.
Yeah,
You know, I get it. Sandeep usually is a good death bowler, then, but he's having a bad day. Why would you give it to him on top of that?
yeah,
He's having a bad day. You give it to someone else. It's okay. Everyone has a bad day. We're not saying that he can't have a bad day in his career. Like you can, but you don't add on to that by giving him a super over as well when
yeah.
he's having a bad day. You take him out of the firing line. You have Jofra Archer, who we know has bowled super overs in the past.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
yeah,
Of course.
yeah, he's bowled super overs in the past. He has experience. Give it to him. He's used to that kind of pressure as well. So that's why I feel they missed out. But before they even got to their bowling, the batting in that support, two runouts of a free hit. Explain to me how can oh my god, dude. Two runouts of the only way you can get out of a free hit is a run out, dude.
Exactly. And then again it came down to Hetmeyer again, right? At the crease. I thought they didn't pick the order also correct. They sent Hetmeyer with the Rian Parag, and then
Yeah.
Jaiswal coming in after the fall of the next wicket, and two back-to-back runouts. They're just kidding me. That one ball also could prove crucial because you could get a six or a four, right?
Yeah.
And that sort of changes stuff around. But yeah, I thought even before the super over, those last two overs, I thought there were a few chances there that they could have, pushed for the second run and probably like not take this to a super over
Yeah.
in the end. But the super overs can go any which way. We've seen it so many times
Yeah.
happen between so many teams where the team that's dominant that pulls it to the super over and goes, unfortunately doesn't win it. But Delhi today, I thought, stuck to their plans so well. And credit, I think we need to speak about this guy, Akshar Patel. I thought he's been brilliant, Sheldon. The way
Yeah.
he's captained the team and all that, I think he's absolutely fantastic. He's very aware, always switched on, and you can see that even his bowling also superb. He just comes in, bowls 2, 3 overs maybe, gets the job done, and his field placements right. And how important to save Mitchell Stark at the end, those last 2 overs for Mitchell Stark there, because Mitchell Stark, if you see, the first 2 overs were bad.
Yeah.
He
20
got
plus runs. Yeah.
20 plus runs in the first 2 overs itself. And in fact, in the first over itself, he got hit
Yeah.
really bad. He just one tore him apart. and then he sort of came back in the second over. But those 2 overs, the way he bowled, I thought this guy is absolutely brilliant. What a bowler, Sheldon! What a bowler!
Yeah, Dil, absolutely spot. I want to mention Aksar as well, Dil. It would have been so easy for Delhi not to make him captain and
Yeah,
give it to either Faf or KL Rahul, who are proven captains in the IPL,
yeah,
and easily. But they gave it to Aksar, someone who's been at Delhi, someone who they retained, and I think he's been brilliant. Apart from his captaincy, just his general play has improved so much. His
yeah.
his batting today also was key, some
Superb,
key
yeah.
low order runs. And then with the ball, we know he's so consistent. So often he just gives you those 4 overs for pretty much nothing, and he's just so key. Yeah, Axel is just proving to be a real find this tournament. We didn't know probably till that he could captain like this, and he's come out and he's led the side to 5 wins in 6, which is super impressive. They probably should have won 6, in fact.
Yeah.
Delhi, that the game they lost to Mumbai, they shouldn't have lost,
Shouldn't
which
have
is
lost that game.
insane to say that Delhi should be 6 wins from 6 here, Dil. But yeah, Delhi have been brilliant. I mean, have they looked the best side for you? Do you think when you look at how it's gone so far, with all the teams now having played at least 6 games, some 7, but have Delhi looked the best side, or you can see maybe someone who looks better than them right now?
Delhi so far have been
Yeah,
the best side, I would say, because
yeah,
yes, they're sitting now first on the
yeah,
points table also. But irrespective of that, I feel they're looking really good and serious contenders for this year's IPL. We said even yesterday, Punjab Kings, was one team that has done really well, and you can see them also different players stepping up during different matches, and that's what's been so good. When I see Delhi, when I see Punjab Kings, both these teams I feel are really really good, and they're well placed so far. Punjab maybe fourth on the table, but irrespective of that, I think they're playing some brilliant games like all throughout, and even RCB also I feel really good under the new captain Rajat Patidar, and it's crazy. All these three
yeah,
franchises have new captains. Shreyas, of course, is captained before, but coming to this team new, he's a captain, right? Rajat Patidar, new captain. Akshar Patel, first time captaining. So it's insane that these three teams are looking really good, and they are the ones who are first time captaining that franchise. So, yeah, but Delhi, I would say on top, they don't have that sort of middle order strength, when you look at a Mumbai Indians, for example,
yeah,
you've got like Surya Kumar, you've got Tilak Varma, Hardik Pandya to come finish it off. But they're getting the job done with an Ashutosh Sharma there, they're getting the job done with Stubbs in the middle.
Stubbs, yeah,
And that's what's good. You've seen Tristan Stubbs, KL Rahul versus RCB that game. Stubbs and Rahul today in the super over finished it. Stubbs before that also in Delhi's innings finished it.
yeah.
Kuldeep has been on top of his game, just brilliant. So I would say yeah, but according to you, Sheldon, yes, we said that Samson, his injury, has probably put Rajasthan, back in this game there, but you still got to be able to finish the game. And I'm still wondering how did they lose it from there? Because Rana came in and he just was hitting it like really well, taking on some Mukesh Sharma. He took on Mohit Sharma. Sorry, I beg your pardon. And yeah, he was just playing some insane shots there. But what does this do to Rajasthan now? Because two losses now back to back, and they should have won this game. I don't know how they're gonna like come back from this, because we discussed yesterday also with Kolkata losing this game with the Punjab. It can probably like put you back, and give you those 2-3 losses in a row, and you don't want to be going down that road. So, how important was this game for Rajasthan today?
Oh, Dil, it was massively important. I mean, we've seen probably in 2 games in a row teams who have lost to are not in the top 4, and these 2 games have showed why they're not in the top 4, Dil. I mean, I think with Rajasthan as well, Dil, I'd be very surprised if they make the top 4. I think
Ah, yeah.
their side for me looks very poor, Dil. I thought right at the auction they got it wrong. I thought with some of their selections, I mean, when I look at Hetma, I feel like he lacks a bit of cricket smarts with how he plays. He just looks like I don't know, Dil. He's not the middle order guy to win you games. He's not a Nicky P. He's I mean Nicky P is world class. Hetmeyer once missed a West Indies international because he missed his flight. That's what I can say about Hetmeyer. Dill. I mean they let go of Joss Butler to keep Hetmeyer.
Don't get me started on that, because that just annoys me. And in fact, Sheldon, two key players that he
Yeah,
left on,
yeah.
Yuzi
I
Chahal
was yeah.
and Joss Butler, I
Man
thought
of the match yesterday, Dill as well, Chal.
so. So when you look at that and you're like, how did you do that? Okay, fine. Maybe it was a bold call, and probably when this game started, you know, it would have turned anyway, right?
Yeah.
Dhruv Jurel could have been a hero today and would have been like, oh, fine, very good signing, right? But Dhruv Jurel is a good player, but come on, he's not as good as Joss. And when you compare even Hetmeyer with Joss, no way, man. Joss is head and shoulders above, all these guys there. And you've seen it over the past few years. Joss Butler has been such a good opener. And that would have also strengthened the team more if they had Yuzi and Joss Butler in the team. So I really don't know what they've done, and I'll be really surprised also if they make it, Sheldon.
Yeah, Dylan. Also, it's almost like they forgot that Yuzi and Butler led them to some of their great years in the IPL, Dylan.
Yeah,
Because since they won it in the inaugural edition, they've had a lot of poor editions.
yeah.
But with Butler in and Chahal, they made it to a final. They made it to the play.
2022, I think
Yeah,
2022 final. Yeah,
they made it to the playoffs last year, and they got
yeah,
to qualify too. And Butler got the orange cap also. Till I remember he had that incredible season. Even last year he had a good season for them. So
yeah.
I just don't understand. But obviously you can't retain everyone, and Rajasthan will say we wanted to retain our Indian core and probably look to get foreign players. But yeah, I don't understand some of their calls. And for me, they look the weakest side. I know they're not last right now, but I still feel that Chennai, Mumbai, Hyderabad are better teams than Rajasthan right now. I still feel those three can put a run together and get to the playoffs, one of them at least.
Wow,
But
yeah.
with Rajasthan, I don't see that. I think they'll finish last, the way it's looking. And like, I just don't see any hope for them.
Yeah, it's looking bad for Rajasthan because they should have won a few games there that they've managed to lose. Like
Yeah.
you said, they've actually gifted those games away. And today was one such game where the pressure was on. They should have closed out the game pretty early on. And yeah, Rajasthan just not doing good here at the moment. But it's a long season. It's a long tournament. We know teams can bounce back. Currently, Rajasthan are in eighth position, and they'll be looking at this now and saying that where did we go wrong? A lot of talks that need to happen there. A lot of changing also, I think, and hope Sanju Samson recovers, I think, from that side strain and can play in the next game. But that's it from us, guys, on the podcast. What a game it was today. Once again, Delhi Capitals, they're sealing the super over, and Rajasthan Royals, just a heartbreaking loss there when the game seemed to be in their hands. They just gave it away to Delhi Capitals. Thank you so much for watching the video, and we'll see you soon in the next one. Don't forget to leave your comments in the comments section on what you thought about this match, and also don't forget to follow us on Instagram. The handle's down in the description. Thank you.